Hello students, last time we learned about the basic principles of metallurgy. In that we learned concentration of ore, then separation based on gravitation, magnetic separation method, then froth flotation method, leaching and etc. Today we learn the next point, extraction of metals. Now we learn in the reactivity series there are three types of metals: highly reactive metals, moderately reactive metals, and third one less reactive metals. So today we learn about that. First is given extraction of reactive metals. The metals at the top of reactivity series are highly reactive. Their reactivity decreases down the series. For example, potassium, sodium, aluminium are reactive metals. Reactive metals have large capacity to form cations by losing the electrons in their outermost shell. For example, reactive metals react vigorously, means fast, with dilute acid to give hydrogen gas. We learned these reactions last time. Highly reactive metals burn by reacting with oxygen from air at room temperature. Their extraction has to be done by which method? So underlined by electrolytic reduction. For example, the metals sodium, calcium and magnesium are obtained by electrolysis of their molten chloride salts. In this process, metal is deposited on the cathode while chlorine gas is liberated at anode. Remember, metal is deposited on cathode and chlorine gas liberated at anode. The electrode reaction during the electrolysis of a molten sodium chloride to get metallic sodium are as below. Now see the reactions occur on the two electrodes. First one, cathode reaction. Cathode means what? Negative electrode. So positively charged ions attracted towards this cathode. So which is the cathode? Which is the positive ion in sodium chloride? In sodium chloride, positive ion is sodium and negative ion is chloride. So this positive ion sodium is attracted towards the cathode. Cathode means negative electrode. Anode means positive electrode. So oppositely charged ions are attracted towards the respective electrode. So sodium forming the one positive charge because losing one electron. So by gaining one electron, it is come to its normal state. That is a metallic state, that is a reduction takes place. We know the definition, we learned last time, electronic definition of cations and anions. At anode, anode is a positive electrode, negatively charged ion, that is a chloride ion attracted towards this anode, and from the two chloride ions, chlorine gas is formed and release two electron. Loss of electron takes place here, so that is the oxidation process. Use your brain power. Write the electrode reaction for electrolysis of molten magnesium chloride and calcium chloride. Like above reaction, that is the sodium chloride. We are writing these two reactions occur at cathode and anode about these two salts, that is a magnesium chloride and calcium chloride. So I will show the answer on one paper. See here. First one, electrolysis of molten magnesium chloride, that is MgCl2. So at cathode, magnesium is a metal, that's why magnesium forming two positive ions. So required two electrons then to form metallic magnesium. So reduction takes place, and at anode, anode means what? Positive electrode. So negatively charged ion, that is a chloride ion, liberated in the form of chlorine gas plus 2 electron release, so oxidation takes place. Second one, electrolysis of molten calcium chloride, that is CaCl2. So calcium is a metal, so that is attracted towards the cathode. So calcium forming two positive ions required two electrons and form a calcium reduction takes place. And at anode, again anode means positively charged electrode, cathode means negatively charged electrode. Chloride ions are attracted towards this anode, so forming the chlorine gas, and two electrons are liberated, so oxidation takes place. So in this way these metals are formed at the cathode. Come back to the first page. Next, we are now going to see how aluminium is obtained by electrolytic reduction of aluminium oxide in the ore bauxite. Bauxite is an ore of aluminium. Remember, what is the name of ore of aluminium? So answer is bauxite. Next, now extraction of aluminium. We know the basic information. Symbol of aluminium is Al. Atomic number is 13. Color is silver white. Electronic configuration is 283 and valency is 3. So aluminium being reactive metal does not occur in nature in a free state. Aluminium is the third highly abundant element in the earth crust after oxygen and silicon. Aluminium is extracted from its ore bauxite. What is the formula of bauxite? Al2O3 and n number of water molecule. That's why I'm mentioning here n. NH2 means n number of water molecule present in this aluminium oxide. Bauxite contains 30 to 70% aluminium oxide Al2O3 and remaining part is a gangue, means impurities. These impurities are gangue made up of sand, silica, iron oxide, etc. There are two steps in the extraction of aluminium. In extraction of aluminium, first step is what? Concentration of bauxite ore. Now here two processes are given. Now see that. Now bauxite is the main ore of aluminium. Underline. Silica, SiO2 formula is given in the bracket. Ferric oxide, that is iron oxide, Fe2O3, and titanium oxide, TiO2, are the impurities present in bauxite. Separation of these impurities is done by leaching process using either by Bayer's process, or second one is a Hall's method. Bayer's method or Hall's method. These two methods are given here. In both these methods, finally concentrated alumina means aluminium oxide, is obtained by calcination process. Next. Now first process is given here, that is what? Bayer's process. Now what happened in Bayer's process? In the Bayer process, the ore is first ground in a ball mill. Then it is leached by heating with a concentrated solution of caustic soda. Caustic soda is a common name. Its chemical formula is given NaOH and chemical name is sodium hydroxide at 140 to 150 degrees Celsius temperature under high pressure for 2 to 8 hours in a digester. Aluminium oxide being amphoteric in nature. We know the meaning of amphoteric. Amphoteric means it reacts with acid as well as base, that we learn in 9th standard. It reacts with aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide to form water soluble sodium aluminate. This means that bauxite is leached by sodium hydroxide solution. Reaction is given here. Aluminium oxide Al2O3.2H2O. So this is a bauxite. React with sodium hydroxide, then to form two times NaAlO2. Name is sodium. Name is given here. Sodium aluminate in aqueous state. Plus 3 water molecules are formed. Next. The iron oxide in the gangue means what? Impurities, does not dissolve in aqueous sodium hydroxide. It is separated by filtration process simply. However, silica in the gangue dissolves in aqueous sodium hydroxide to form water soluble sodium silicate. What is dissolved? Silica is dissolved in aqueous sodium hydroxide and form soluble sodium silicate. Now aqueous sodium aluminate is diluted, means mixed with more water, by putting in water and is cooled to 50 degrees Celsius. This result in precipitation, means forming the particles of aluminium hydroxides. Reaction is given here. So sodium aluminate, it is a diluted, means mixed with water, then to form NaOH, that is a precipitation. NaOH means sodium hydroxide is formed and precipitation particles of aluminium hydroxide is formed here. So this is up to the in Bayer's process. Now what is the second process? Hall's process or method. In the Hall's process, the ore is powdered and then leached by heating with aqueous sodium carbonate. In Bayer's process, sodium hydroxide is used, and here in Hall's process, sodium carbonate is used, that is a heating with aqueous sodium carbonate in the digester to form water soluble sodium silicate. Then the insoluble impurities are filtered out. The filtrate is warm and neutralized by passing carbon dioxide gas through it. This result in the precipitation of aluminium hydroxide. Clear? Here also in Bayer process aluminium hydroxide is formed, and here in Hall's process also up to this aluminium hydroxide is formed. Now next part is common. Check in the next page, on the next page. So aluminium Al2O3.H2 solid in state. So what is this? That is the bauxite ore. This reaction is related to what? Hall's process or method. React with sodium carbonate, that is washing soda. Then water soluble sodium aluminate is formed, carbon dioxide gas is released, and two water molecules are formed. Now this sodium aluminate in aqueous state diluted, or that is passing the carbon dioxide gas through it, then to form aluminium hydroxide, and again Na2CO3 means washing soda is formed. Next, the precipitate of aluminium hydroxide, that is AlOH thrice, obtained in both the process, in Bayer's as well as Hall's process, is filtered. Clear all of you? This aluminium precipitate of aluminium hydroxide is formed in both the processes, Bayer's as well as Hall's process, is filtered, washed, dried, and then calcined by heating at 1000 degrees Celsius to obtain alumina. Alumina means what? Aluminium oxide, that is given here. Check. Al2O3 is called as alumina or aluminium hydroxide. Reaction is given here. Okay then. This is the first process in the extraction of aluminium. What is the first process? First process is concentration of bauxite. In concentration, what we are doing? Remove the impurities by these two methods or two processes, Bayer's and or Hall's method. Next, second step is here, that is the electrolytic reduction of alumina. This electrolytic reduction method is used for reactive metals. In this method, electrolysis of a molten mixture of alumina, that is melting point is greater than 2000 degrees Celsius, is done in a steel tank. See, alongside figure is given, labels also given. The tank has a graphite lining on the inner side. This lining does the work as a cathode. On inner side, what is given? Check here. Cathode is given, that is a graphite lining, black color showing in inner side of this tank. So that graphite lining acts as a cathode. Cathode means negative electrode. Check here. This is negative electrode. On left hand side, positive electrode. A set of graphite rod dipped in the molten electrolyte work as an anode. In the diagram, yellow colored three rods or electrodes are showing of a graphite that is act as that is connected to positive terminal of the cell. So act as what? Anode. Anode means positive electrode. Next. Now cryolite. Here, what is given in above lines, check that the melting point of aluminum is greater than 2000 degrees Celsius. So some chemicals we are add here. Now what happened about the adding these chemicals? Now check that cryolite. What is the formula of cryolite? Na3Al(F6). Remember this formula. And fluorspar. What is the formula? CaF2. This formula you remember. After adding cryolite and fluorspar in the mixture to lower its melting point up to 1000 degrees Celsius, exactly hot temperature is reduced to half after adding this cryolite and fluorspar. This is the first point. Now B point is given. Now aluminium is deposited on the cathode. Aluminium is a metal, so forming positive ion. Cathode means we know that negative electrodes, so positive ions are attracted towards negative electrode. All are getting? So aluminium is deposited on the cathode on passing electric current. Molten aluminium being heavier, it is a metal. Metals are heavy or solid instead. So here in this case that aluminium metal is in melted form. So molten aluminium being heavier than the electrolyte is collected at the bottom of the tank from this side. Check here. It is taken out from there from time to time. So oxygen is liberated at the anode. Anode is what? Carbon electrode, that is graphite electrode. Clear all of you? Next. The electrode reactions are as given here. So we are writing anode and cathode reaction. Anode means positive electrode, cathode means again showing negative electrode. So towards the positive electrode means towards the anode, negatively charged ion, that is oxygen ions are attracted towards the anode. So two oxygen ions are here combined, two oxygen atoms are combined, forming the oxygen gas, plus one oxygen atom showing the valency 2 means gaining the 2 electron. That's why 2 atoms are required for forming the oxygen gas. Oxygen gas is in a molecular state, 2 atoms are required, that is O2, and that's why 4 electrons are liberated here. So oxidation takes place at cathode. What is the cathode reaction? So cathode is negative electrode, this negative towards this negative electrode, positively charged ion, that is aluminium, is attracted or deposited, that is showing here. Clear? In above explanation, aluminium is deposited on cathode. See there, I am showing underline. So aluminium required 3 electrons, so gaining 3 electrons, aluminium come in liquid state, molten form, it is a reduction takes place. The liberated oxygen react with the anode. Here oxygen is liberated at anode, so that oxygen is liberated with anode or on the anode to form carbon dioxide gas. The anode have to be changed from time to time as they get oxidized during the electrolysis of alumina. That graphite rods act as a anode means positive electrodes replaced by time to time because that is oxidized in this electrolysis of alumina process. All are getting? This is the first. Now second point we learn extraction of moderately reactive metals. Now can you recall some question given for us? What are the two questions? What are the moderately reactive metals that we learn in the reactivity series, and second, in which form do the moderately reactive metals occur in nature? Now see, I will show the explanation of these two recall questions. Check on page number 104. Can you tell? First one, what are the moderately reactive metals? The metals which lie in the middle of the reactivity series such as zinc, iron, tin and lead are moderately reactive metals. You check the series again. Second question given, in which form do the moderately reactive metals occur in nature? The moderately reactive metals generally occur in the form of their sulfides or in the form of carbonates. All are getting? Yeah, next. So come back to our page number, textbook page number 104. See the explanation given in this paragraph. The metals in the middle of the reactivity series such as iron, zinc, lead, copper are moderately reactive. Usually they are occur in the form of their sulfide salts or carbonate salts. It is easier to obtain metal, underline metal, from their oxides rather than sulfides or carbonates. So these sulfides or carbonates are converted into oxides. For that purpose, two processes are given here. So what is the first process? You mark that. First, your question is asked. Define roasting and explain one example, that is a reaction that is showing here. Second one, what is calcination? Define calcination and one reaction is showing here. Now see that. Mark the definition of roasting. The sulfide ore are strongly heated in air to transform them into oxide. This process is called as roasting. So what is the example given? Now see this example. Roasting. Zinc sulfide react with, what is the condition given? Check that. Strongly heated in air means react with oxygen. So it is react with oxygen, then this zinc sulfide is converted into zinc oxide, and from zinc oxide zinc is easily separated from oxygen, extracted from oxygen. Clear all of you? And SO2 means sulfur dioxide gas is formed in this roasting process. Second one is given calcination. What is meant by calcination? Mark the definition. Carbonate ores are strongly heated in a limited supply of air to transform into oxide. This process is called as calcination. Example is given here. Calcination. Zinc carbonate ZnCO3 converted into zinc oxide plus carbon dioxide CO2 means. Upward arrow shows that yes, it is a gas and released into atmosphere or air. So from zinc oxide we are easily separated this zinc metal by using the methods. All are getting? Next. The zinc oxide is obtained to reduce zinc by using suitable reductant such as carbon. So ZnO, zinc oxide, react with carbon. So carbon is act as a reducing agent. Reductant means removal of oxygen. So Zn and oxygen. So oxygen is separated. Oxygen is removed by carbon. That's why carbon is act as a reductant, reducing agent. So zinc is a separate out and carbon react with this oxygen. CO means carbon monoxide gas is released. Apart from carbon, reactive metals such as sodium, calcium and aluminium are also used as a reducing agent instead of carbon for the reduction of metal oxides to obtain metal. This is because these metals displace a moderately reactive metal from its compound, means displacement type of reaction occur there. All are getting? Why these are reactive metals used instead of carbon? Means displacement reaction is occur. For example, when manganese dioxide is ignited with aluminium powder, so what happens? Check the reaction. MnO2 means manganese dioxide react with ignited with aluminium. So aluminium is more reactive than manganese. So aluminium take the place of Mn, manganese, and manganese displaces. So displacement reaction is occur. Mn is separate out and aluminium react with oxygen. According to the valency of aluminium and oxygen, compound is formed aluminium oxide. For balancing purpose, that multiple numbers are showing there. You try to balance this reaction. Last time I was shown one video also. Plus heat is released. Question is given, identify the substances undergone oxidation and reduction in this above reaction. Which reactant shows the oxidation and which reactant shows the reduction? You write the name of that reactants. All are getting? This is a homework question. I will give the answer in our assignment. First of all, you try to find out the answer. Next, the heat evolved in the above reaction is so large here that the metal is formed in the molten state, that is in liquid state. So another similar example, that is the thermite reaction. So what is thermite reaction? And explain with one example. Yeah, write its uses. Where is used this thermite reaction? Here iron oxide react with aluminium to form iron and aluminium oxide. So this reaction is called as thermite reaction. So iron oxide is converted into iron with the help of this aluminium. This reaction is called as thermite reaction. So what is the use of this? Now check in this figure. Do you know method used for welding rails? So this thermite reaction used for this welding rails. One more use I will give in our assignment solution. Check this. Next. Now third one is extraction of what? Less reactive metals. So check that. The metal at the bottom of reactivity series of metals are less reactive. That is why they are found in a free state in nature. For example, gold, silver, platinum. The reserves of copper in a free state are very few. Reserves of copper in a free state are very few, very less. Presently, copper is found mainly in the form of Cu2S, that is copper sulfide. So copper sulfide is converted from the copper sulfide. How to obtain this obtain the metal copper? We learn about the extraction of this less reactive metal copper. Now check. So copper is obtained from Cu2S, copper sulfide, are just by heating in air. So two reactions are given. So how to write down the reaction? We are writing the answer of reaction in two steps. First step is in word equation and second step is write the proper formulas and symbols of reactants and products with a proper state, solid, liquid, gas or aqueous state, or or precipitate also. Now copper sulfide is first reaction. Copper sulfide is just heating in air. So what happened? React with oxygen. So copper sulfide is converted into copper oxide plus SO2 means sulfur dioxide gas is released. Now this copper oxide is react in again with copper sulfide in second reaction and copper is obtained plus SO2 sulfur dioxide gas is released in air. So these two reactions, with the help of these two reactions, copper sulfide is converted into copper metal to obtain the copper metal in this way. Now collect information. Collect the information regarding how mercury is extracted from its ore cinnabar. Underline. Cinnabar is an ore of mercury and write the corresponding chemical reaction. So I will show the answer of this question on one paper. Check. Here. See the question. Collect information. Question is related to this page number 105. Now, mercury is obtained by heating its sulfide ore called cinnabar. Formula of cinnabar is HGS, mercuric sulfide. This metal sulfide is first converted into this metal sulfide. Mercuric sulfide means metal sulfide in general, is first converted into mercuric oxide HgO, which on further heating get reduced to Hg, that is the mercury. Now see the reaction. HgS, two reactions are given here. Mercuric sulfide is heated in air, so react with oxygen. So sulfide is converted into mercuric oxide plus SO2 gas, sulfide oxide gas is released. Try to balance the reaction. This is the first step. And in second step, now this mercuric oxide is heated again. Then what happened? Mercury is separated out and oxygen gas is released. All are getting? Next one. Next small 3 lines are given. Refining of metals on textbook page number 105. So question is asked like this way. What is refining of metal? The process of removal of impurities from the crude metal. Raw metal means impurities are present along with metal. That is a crude metal, that is called as crude metal. The process of removal of impurities from crude metal is called as what? Refining of metal. Generally, electrolytic refining method is used for this purpose. Refining means nothing but purification, metal obtained in the pure form. Now come back to textbook page number 105. See the last 3 lines. So last line is given here. Electrolysis method is used to obtain the pure metal from impure metal. For that purpose, this refining of metal takes place or use. Next. Again questions given for us. Can you recall some questions given for us again? What is mean by corrosion, and have you seen the following things? Old iron bar of building, copper vessel not clean for a long time, silver ornaments or idol exposed to air for a long time, old abandoned vehicles fit to be thrown away. So first of all, we see the answer of these 2 questions. We know that. I think in previous standard we learned about this process. So I will show the answer. Check there on next page. Yeah. So first question, what is meant by corrosion? So check the answer. The process of slow degradation of the metals due to the attack of atmospheric gases, moisture, acids, etc. on the surface of metals is called as corrosion. And second is given, have you seen the following things? That we already read. Now see that. First one. Due to rusting, old iron bars of building get damaged and brown coating develops on them, that we observe. Day-to-day life example is this. Next, if copper vessels are not clean for a long time, so we observe greenish layer is a form on its surface. Next, third one, when silver ornaments are exposed to air for a long time, so what we observe? They turn blackish. And fourth one, old abandoned vehicles get rusted over the time. So answer of this given. Now next, again think about it. 2 questions are given for us on the same page number 106. You check that questions. What is the first? Why do silver article turn blackish while copper vessel turns greenish on keeping in air for a long time? What is the answer? If copper vessels are kept in air for a long time, greenish layer of copper carbonate is formed on its surface. Why that it forming the greenish layer? The greenish layer of copper carbonate is formed on its surface. Second, When silver ornaments are exposed to air for a long time, they turn blackish due to formation of the layer of silver sulfide. What is formed on it? Silver sulfide is formed on the surface of silver ornaments and they turn blackish. Second question given, why do pure metals such as gold and platinum always glitter, always shine? Gold and platinum are noble metals, we know this. They do not react at all with air or moisture. Hence, pure gold and platinum always glitter, always shine. All getting? Yeah, next. So come back to the textbook, page number 106. See the explanation. So we learn the answer of this. Think about it. Now, rusting of iron article causes large financial loss. Thus, corrosion of iron, that is rusting, is a big problem. What is the first one given? Check. Iron react with moist air and a deposit a reddish substance. What is the reddish substance? What is the formula given? Fe2O3.H2O, means some moisture is present along with this iron oxide is formed on it, and that is called as a rust. So what is the formula of rust? The formula of rust is Fe2O3H2O. Clear? Now second, carbon dioxide in moist air react with the surface of copper vessel. So copper loses its shining or luster due to formation of greenish layer of copper carbonate. What is the formula of copper carbonate? CuCO3 on its surface. So what happened? Check. This is called as, that greenish layer is a form on copper surface. So that process is called as patination of copper. Next, third one is given, on exposure to air, silver articles turn blackish after some time because the layer of silver sulfide, what is the formula? Ag2S, means silver sulfide, formed by the reaction of sulfur with hydrogen sulfide gas in air. So silver react with this hydrogen sulfide gas in air. Silver sulfide is formed, and silver sulfide is a blackish layer. Silver sulfide is a form on the surface of silver article, and that's why we observe that is turning blackish. Next, fourth one, by oxidation of aluminium, a thin layer of aluminium oxide forms on it. This is also black in color. See, aluminium oxide also black in color. Now see next. So some figures are given here. Clear? Rusted, in the rusted form, that is a black and silver article. The copper cladded statues of liberty made 300 years ago has turned green, and rusted shackles, whatever iron article. Next, again question, prevention of corrosion. Question given for us. Can you tell? Two questions are given. Which measures would you suggest to stop the corrosion of metallic articles, or not to allow the corrosion to start? And second question given, what is done so to prevent rusting of iron windows and iron doors of your house? What is done so to prevent this material like iron windows and iron doors of our house? I will show the answer. Check. So prevention of corrosion. For the first question, already the question we read. Now see that Corrosion of metals articles can be prevented by isolating them. Separate them. Isolating means keep it separately from a direct contact with air and moisture. This can be done by applying layer of paint, that is oil paint, even oil, grease or varnish on the metal surface, so that the contact of metal surface with air and moisture is prevented. Second, what is done to prevent rusting of iron windows and iron doors of your house? So rusting of iron windows and iron doors can be prevented by painting, oiling or greasing. Clear? So this is a recalling question. So come back to page number what? 106. Last two paragraphs. Various methods are used to protect metals from corrosion. Special attention is paid in almost all methods so that iron does not rust. When we lower the rate of the process of rusting of iron, corrosion of metal can be stopped by keeping the metals isolated, means keep it separately from direct contact with air. The prevention of corrosion can be achieved by various ways. Some of these methods are given here. What is the first one? To fix a layer of some substance on the metal surface so that contact of metal with moisture and oxygen in the air is prevented and no reaction would occur between them. Second one, to prevent corrosion of metals by applying a layer of paint, oil, grease or varnish on their surface. For example, corrosion of iron can be prevented by this metal. So in this way we are prevent the corrosion process. See on the next page number 107. Again question given for us. Use your brain power. Can we permanently prevent the rusting of an iron article by applying a layer of a paint on its surface? Think about it and what is your opinion? So I think answer is no, not permanently. Clear? So I will show the answer also, and in next paragraph that explanation is also given. Now check that. See here. What is the first one? So answer, we cannot prevent an iron article permanently from rusting simply by painting it. Not possible. This is because even a minor scratch on paint will expose the iron surface to air and moisture. This will lead to rusting of iron below the layer of the paint. Getting? Come back to the page number 107 again. See the explanation in that paragraph. We cannot protect article permanently from the rusting by painting them. The method of painting is suitable for short time only. If there is a scratch on the paint on the surface of the article, and if a small surface of the metal come in contact with air or moisture, the process of rusting starts below the layer of the paint. One more question given. Why do new iron sheets appear shiny? So I will show the answer again on one page. See here. New iron sheets are pure iron metal Pure metals have luster, means shining, due to which new iron sheets appear shiny. That is in pure form. That's why shining occur. Come back. Corrosion can be prevented by painting a layer of non-corrodible metal on corrodible metal. This can be done in many ways. Non-corrodible metal layer on corrodible metal layer. Clear all kiddings? Check that line. Putting a layer of non-corrodible metal on corrodible metal. So that is done by many ways. So what is the first one? First process is given here. That is the what? Galvanizing. What is galvanizing? Question related to this process occur for 2 to 3 marks. Write a short note on galvanizing or any other way. In this method, a thin layer of zinc is applied to prevent corrosion of iron or steel. Means layer of zinc is applied to prevent corrosion of iron or steel. For example, shining iron nails, pins, etc. In this method, corrosion of zinc occurs first because zinc is more electropositive than iron. After a few rainy seasons, the zinc layer goes away and the inner iron gets exposed. Then iron starts rusting. Clear? Next process is given here, tinning. In this method, write a short note on tinning. Question is asked like this way. In this method, a layer of molten tin is deposited on metals. We call this as kalai. A greenish layer forms on the surface of copper or brass vessels. This greenish layer is poisonous. If buttermilk or curry is placed in such a vessel, it gets spoiled. Because of that, greenish layer is poisonous. So tinning is done to prevent on such damages, especially on copper or brass vessels. Next, anodization. Write a short note on anodization or explain the process of anodization. Now check that. In this method, metal like a copper, aluminium are coated with thin and strong layer of their oxides by means of electrolysis process. Electrolysis process is showing here. For this, the copper or aluminium article is used as an anode. Copper or aluminium article is used as an anode. Anode means what? Positive electrode. So connect to positive terminal of the battery. Check here in the diagram. As this oxide layer is strong and uniform all over the surface, it is useful for prevention of corrosion of the metal. For example, when aluminium is anodized, now in our kitchen or in the market, in the shop, we are familiar about this anodized pressure cooker, anodized pan, etc. When aluminium is anodized, the thin layer of aluminium oxide is formed on this aluminium article. It obstructs the contact of the aluminium with oxygen and water. This prevents further oxidation, to stop the oxidation process. This protection can be further increased by making the oxide layer thicker during the anodization process. So what is showing in this diagram? You check that. Here power supply is given. Anode means nothing but what? It is check there in the figure. Connections are shown. cathode, anode, and anodization process also mentioned. Next process is here electroplating. Write a short note on electroplating. Yeah, what is electroplating? In this method, less reactive metal is coated on more reactive metal. In this method, less reactive metal is coated by a more reactive metal by electrolysis process. Silver plated spoon, gold plated ornaments are the examples of electroplating. This electroplating process is showing here in the diagram. Next, define alloy and its uses. Yeah, write a short note on alloying. See there. Majority of the metallic substances used presently are in the form of alloys. We know the definition, we know the meaning of alloy in previous standard also. The main intention behind this is to decrease the intensity of corrosion of metals. So mark the definition of alloy. What is alloy? Define alloy. The homogeneous mixture formed by mixing a metal with the other metal or non-metal in a certain proportion is called an alloy. For example, so if we write the example, so we write the percentage of the constituent elements also. So what is the first example? Check that. First example is bronze. Bronze is an alloy formed from 90% copper and 10% tin. So this proportion and name of the elements you write. So especially these are the metals. So bronze is an alloy formed from 90% copper and 10% tin. Bronze statues do not get affected by sun and rain. This is first example. Now second example is given here, that is stainless steel. That is the stainless steel utensils used in our kitchen. Stainless steel does not get stained with air or water and also does not rust. So it is an alloy made from underline 74% iron, 18% chromium and 8% carbon. Remember this percentage of the metals or non-metals in that alloy. So at the time of writing the example of this alloy, you write the answer along with their proportion. In a recent time, various types of alloys are used for minting coins. You know about this. Next, what is amalgam? Explain amalgam. Small point is given here. Now check that. When one of the metal is an alloy is mercury. When one of the metal is an alloy is a mercury, the alloy is called as what? Amalgam. For example, sodium amalgam means sodium and mercury. Zinc amalgam means zinc and mercury. This combination is given. Silver amalgam, that is silver plus mercury. So silver amalgam was earlier used by dentists. Gold amalgam means gold plus mercury. Gold amalgam is used for extraction of gold. So remember this. What is the use of silver amalgam? What is the use of gold amalgam? And what is the meaning of amalgam? That is given in this small paragraph. Now last question given for us. Collect information. 2 questions. What are the various alloys used in a daily life and where are those used? And second, what are the properties that the alloy used for minting coin should have? So I will show the answer of this question on one separate paper. Check the answer. Not here, on next page. Here, no, here, yes. Page number Textbook page number 108. Yes, collect inform. What is the first question? What are the various alloys used in daily life and where are those used? So you find out few more example. I will give some. Only three are given here. You find out more example. Alloys are widely used in daily life. What is the first one? Gold with silver, copper or nickel etc. is used in a gold jewelry. Second example, many of our cooking utensils are made up of stainless steel. Third example, coins are made up of various alloys such as stainless steel or etc. So you find out more example. And second question, what are the properties that the alloy used for minting coins should have? So alloys used for minting coins should be corrosion resistance, to oppose the resistance means to oppose the corrosion process, for that process for minting coins, and bright in color. They should also be hard and wear resistance. All are getting? So in this way today we learn of this last topic of this lesson. So here in a assignment number is 15 related to video number 15. Questions are given. Try to write down the answers of these assignment questions. I will showing the answer next time. Even solve the exercise question also. Which questions you solve, which questions answers you find out from these videos or textbook. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 11. What is given in bracket? I will give answers of only question numbers. Question number 5, how many options? A, B, C, D, E. These 5 give reason questions I will give. Question number 6, 7 and 10. Remaining these above questions answers you try to find out. All are getting? Yes. So you see the video carefully again and try to find out the answer. All are getting? Yes. If you are having any doubt, so put the message in my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you.